Yeah.
Welcome. Laura Chattington is a female entrepreneur who has been there running multi-million dollar businesses, marketing communication accounts globally, and helping businesses design, communicate, and scale high ticket offers, which is why I love her so much, besides that she's awesome. She is the founder of both Simplified Marketing and Offer Acceleration Systems, which apply and accelerate your business growth. With a background in tech, which is amazing, communications and marketing, she has over 20 years experience with working with billion-dollar companies like Oracle, Deloitte, and IBM, Facebook. That's just on one end of the scale. And her heart is with coaches, consultants, and entrepreneurs because she wants to help their business marketing and remove the overwhelm. And as a small business owner, that's the biggest thing is I see all these marketing things and then I'm so overwhelmed. And she is all about helping you reduce it to the ridiculous. And there's so much confusion. And then it's fed by the marketing industry. And I know for me, I've been paralyzed at times. Like now I just don't want to do anything. But Laura helps marketing and tech industries and she simplifies the process and helps people get accelerated results. Her services are normally charged between 10 and 100K. People and companies hire Laura to accelerate results. She has directed and delivered both small and large scale events globally, training hundreds of people worldwide, both in person and online. And Laura will help you simplify, accelerate, and grow your business. Laura, welcome.
Hey, so nice to see you again. And thank you for that amazing opening. It's great to be talking about something this time, which hopefully is going to really help people in your audience and help people in your network to try and get some consistent clients and freedom in your business. And you were describing it in the opening, that whole like overwhelm. I was saying, in fact, I've said this already today, that like the new norm is when you ask people how they are. I was talking to someone the other day and they were like, you used to ask people how they are and they'd say busy. And now you ask people how they are, they're like, I'm overwhelmed. It's kind of a total shift, hasn't it, being in society? But great to be here.
Yeah. Well, and I think I heard you say this, and this is how I felt talking to you is you're speaking my language, you're reading my mind, and you recognize that the overwhelm can paralyze those of us who aren't maybe techie or don't really know what the next step is. We know we have passion, we know we want to have a business, but then we're like, now what? So, what got you started with Simplify Marketing?
Yeah, I mean, it it has been something that I think runs like the theme runs through my whole career, actually. And as you kindly said, it's over 20 years now where I've been sort of doing various things. And actually, no matter where I started from and whoever I was working with, actually being able to just simplify things for people, especially from a tech, with a tech background, seemed to be the way I could help people the most. And actually, when I met Chrissa, who is my partner, when I met Chrissa, we joke about it now, but at the time it wasn't a joke at all. She was sort of desperately swimming in all this marketing, and I she had a course on like everything you can imagine. She had courses on like building YouTube channels, social content, reels, Facebook groups, funnels, websites, lives. Like she had a course on an online. She had everything. She was in like a really high coaching program. It was like 25K or something, to develop webinar systems in her business. And actually, when you have so much value to give, right? With your leave a legacy thing, you have so much value you want to give. You have a desire to help people. You probably want to build some some income, create some wealth, create some freedom, have some clients, but nothing is sticking in this kind of marketing world, right? And you sort of wake up and people describe it. I've been there as well, right? I didn't escape this. I've been there, when you're waking up in the morning, you're just like, I just don't know what I need to do. You know what I mean? I just don't know what I'm meant to do. And it's incredibly paralyzing, and you're sort of like, you feel like you're doing all the stuff, but like Chrissa, the dots just aren't joined up. It doesn't make sense. You're just running in lots of directions and sort of hustling on those sort of internet hustling marketing streets. And you don't have a clear idea of what you're doing, right? Makes sense?
Yeah. Oh, and I always say this, I'm doing all the things. But then I'm not getting the results.
Yeah.
And what I love is, I have a friend who always says, reduce it to the ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's what you do. You make it simple. You reduce it to the ridiculous so that we can actually see a path forward.
Yeah. And it's like, I try and give some sort of metaphor or analogies, because I think it really helps people kind of get the aha. It's like trying to get to a destination and you just don't have the map, right? You don't have the map, you don't have a GPS. You've actually spent all your money on like cleaning your car, filling up with petrol, adding turbos to the engine, doing the interior. And kind of at some point, you're going to need that in your car for sure. It's not that you don't need it and that they all work. But to get to that destination, the reduce it to the ridiculous thing is you need the GPS, you need the map, right? And it's all those things that the internet marketing world is trying to sell you. They all work, but they're useless without the right sequence and without that map. And it's like, and sort of like, it's like pressing down on the accelerator and the brake at the same time, right? To stick with my car analogy, it's like going to dinner before you've got dressed. It's like where I was, and this was 15 years ago, I was using strategies and investing in coaching to scale my business to 250 million when I wasn't even doing I wasn't even doing 6 figures back then, right? So I had all this, but it doesn't make logical sense. So first, what you need to do, and it's the same for everybody, is you have to simplify things. And you need the map, you need the GPS, you need to be around people who've done what you need to do, because they're going to help you get there faster, right? And it's not your fault, because you're not stupid. It's not that you don't have value to share. You've got loads of value to share. You've got so much to give. And it's not that you don't want to help others, or you don't. It's that the online marketing world sort of makes you, it sells you the seat covers, the turbos, the gas. Kind of need the gas, but the windscreen one, the interior design, the metal hub caps, things like that, and you don't need those right now. And all that does is you've got so much going on, and you can't see the wood from the trees, kind of thing. So just to get that, to attract clients into your business consistently, because that's what we all want, right? Because when we have that, we can serve people and give people value and make money and all of those things. Once you figure that bit out, and it's down to having the right sequence, it's down to having the right destination, it's down to having the right strategy, the right map, so you actually know where you're going. And
that makes so much
sense.
There.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. And we can get so caught up in the bells and whistles and forget about the message. And there's been times when I've thought, what does my message even matter? Because there's so many other things that I'm supposed to be doing that gets in the way. Well,
Yeah.
what is the process that you walk us through?
So just to, and I'm going to resist the temptation to go into it now, because we're actually going to be doing a workshop together, aren't we? And we're going to be going through this, and it's super cool. It's very hands-on. You're not gonna turn up and just listen or watch or whatever. You're going to actually do stuff that you can take away, and you're going to have that sequence, that
Participate.
that piece of that sequence, that map. We're going to give you the map, and we're going to do other things with you as well. So the workshop. So I've just eaten my dinner, so I'm trying to digest, and which is why I keep swallowing awkwardly. So so it's simplified marketing for authentic client attraction, and it's for midlife business owners like you and me who are stuck trying to work out marketing and who want to go from that kind of, like, and you mentioned it, Laurie, and it's just such a horrible place to be, where you're just trying to find clients and you're trying to, and all that yucky stuff, and just simplifying that so that you can attract the right people to you. And actually, I think once you start attracting to, the other thing I think is really important is just people you want to work with. Right?
Yeah.
Who align with your values, who you really want to work and help. And not that everyone isn't wonderful on this planet, but some people are more aligned with you and what you believe in. So if you want to consistently attract high value clients that you want to work with, and you've got inconsistent or maybe unpredictable, I'd call it client flow, that sounds a bit technical, isn't it? Got inconsistent amounts of people coming to do business with you. If finding clients you feel is like getting in the way, like Laurie, doing all that marketing, online marketing, is getting in the way of actually what you want to do.
Yeah.
And this has definitely been said to me more than once. If you're really good at what you do, but you hate marketing, I was even stretched to that, and you don't want to be sleazy, and you don't want to be salesy, you don't want to be all that horrible or inauthentic stuff, this is for you. And actually, my last point is also for people who, like Carissa, right, like most people, who've invested in courses and programs and groups and strategies, but just nothing feels and nothing sticks. You can't join the dots up. It's not working consistently, right? And it's just leaving you overwhelmed. Then this workshop is for you.
So tell me, this is the thing. Everything you say resonates with me so much, because I know I've paid for a lot of workshops on marketing, and I've gotten to a certain level, and things change or whatever. But again, it's sort of because it's been the bells and whistles. So what is it that would hold someone like me back from?
Yeah. I think you are like 99% of the population. Okay, so and what holds people back is not having clarity on what they're doing, not understanding what they're not getting, like, it's kind of like understanding at a tactical level, but not really thinking about it, like, what am I actually trying to do here, for the business. So one of the things that, like, the first thing we're going to do in the class is I'm going to walk you through what I call a simplified marketing process. And I'm trying to think of a better word than process, but it's like the core things that you need for your marketing to attract clients in your business. There's like 3 core things. And when you don't have enough clients in your business, then it's one of these 3 things or more. It could be all 3, but it's one of these 3. I'm not going to go through them now. We're going to go through them in the workshop. And so once you understand the principles of that, then you start making better decisions about what you're doing. Okay. So that's one of the, I think that's like number one, everyone gets held back by just not having that picture in their head. The other thing that people, I sound like I've never made these sort of done these sort of things. I have done them, but I did them like 15 years ago before it was all online. So I kind of did, and I still do. I still get overwhelmed and all, I'd be lying if that wasn't the case. But I did it years ago and had the same experience that many people are having now. So we're going, and I think what happens, like a result of that, is people waste time, right? Months, years. I probably wasted 6 years at least of my business live trying to work stuff out, and hopefully people in the audience are going to not have, maybe they do, right? You can be doing it for years and years and years, but it's going to save you huge amounts of time. We're going to give you, I call it like treasure hunting, offer treasure hunting, right? We're going to do it together, and we're going to go on a little treasure hunt in the workshop, which is going to save you months, weeks, months, years in some cases of time, and also just lots of money, right? People spending lots of money doing things in their business development or in their offer attraction, which they don't know if it's working. They don't know if they don't know if it's working, if it isn't working, So you start investing money on all these courses and all this stuff, and you don't even know if you're starting from the right place. So we're going to go, I'm going to walk everyone through, and we're going to do it together. We're going to go on this little treasure hunt where you'll be able to sort of fast track very quickly and find out exactly what your clients want. And how do you package it up so that you're sort of starting from a place which is much more advanced. Again, I'm trying not to use complicated words, but you're starting from a much better place. It's just going to save you loads of time and money, right? So one of the things that stops people is that they're doing the wrong stuff at the wrong time, right? So that's
guilty.
Yeah. I think we've all been guilty. So again, I'm not here as this model of I've never made I have, like, I've got bruises up and down my arms. You know what I mean? I've got,
and I would rather hear from someone who's been there, done that, than somebody who has never ran into any of this, and they're just like, do this. And it's like, but the pitfalls. Yeah.
I've definitely got the bruise. I've broken the arms. As I said, I've done most of it years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I joke. I joke with Chrissa, because Chrissa was like downloading downloading. I'm like, I used to get it before it was downloaded. So I've got like CDs and DVD. I've got like I've got a library full, right? I've got a library full. So everybody does it. So it's about being clear on what you're doing, clear on the principles of what you're doing. We're going to do a little treasure hunt so that you can save yourself lots of time and money. And then thirdly, what we're going to do, and this is kind of like the thing, is we're going to help people put together a sequence of what they need to do, right? Give them the map. So you walk out of the workshop with the map of what you need to do. And it can vary between, this is one of the issues online, is that it can vary. It depends on you and what you want to do. So
I love it that we get to do it together in a group, because there's so much power in that kind of feedback.
I also think that, I like the idea that people actually do stuff in it. Mm-hmm. And, you get the shifts, the transformation is really important, but you're actually walking out with that clarity. And I think when you have clarity, you can make decisions and take the action. Yeah. Yeah. So it's about having the right sequence. And so you asked me, like, what holds people back? Like head trash, what's going, getting overwhelmed, not being able to make the right decisions, getting totally overwhelmed with all this stuff we're bombarded with all the time. And I think the other thing is just not being around the right people. So when you're around the right people that you get on with and they've done what you want to do, then you're just going to get there so much faster. And that's kind of what we're going to do. And that's kind of why we designed the workshop the way we have, right?
I love that. And I feel like sometimes, our message gets so mixed up, and finding that pathway helps us get really clear on what it is that we offer. And I know, working with the older generation, sometimes it's easy for us to say, who cares? What we've done doesn't matter, but we have all this experience that we want to bring, and we can bring it in a way that's very inviting and it's very,
Attractive.
attractive.
Yeah.
Yes. And then here's the other thing. People say, well, somebody's already doing that, but nobody is doing it like you do it. And even like with podcasting, you can get a podcast class anywhere, but there's some elements I teach from radio that you're not going to get that make a big difference. And so it's really easy to just kind of give up rather than go, wait a minute, I have something to offer. And that's what I want to see. I want to see women, this generation, rise up and help the next generation with their wisdom and their knowledge. And just like what you're bringing, you've been there, done that. You can help us skip some steps.
And I think, it's, and we're going to go into it when I look at other people in a sector or an industry, and I'm always looking into different sectors and industry, and I see other people doing what I'm doing, for me, that is the best feedback I could get. Because that means it's selling. People are buying it. So actually I get excited when I'm like, oh, great. There's lots of amazing people doing the same thing as me. Awesome. Because actually the difference is the you bit, right? Your secret sauce, the you bit. So we're going to find out how to really benefit from that information in the masterclass. And I think it is directed at women who are, midlife or wherever. But I feel like gone are the days where we sort of worked till we're 55, 60 and said, right, I'm done. We're like, no, but it's such a great age to do different stuff, more stuff. Maybe it's something that you always dreamt of doing, but you never could quite yet. Maybe it's a passion you've got. Maybe it's part of how you evolved in your career. But there's so much time and there is so much value to give. So this is really a way of authentically being able to plug in, because no matter what you do, you need clients, right? Otherwise you've got no business. So you need clients. So it's once you understand these principles, then you're going to be able to do that.
And our mentor always says people pay attention to what they pay for. So I am so excited for this workshop. And how do we sign up and get registered, and when is it?
So just having a bit of a cough there.
Yeah, I know we're both
we're a bit under the weather. So we won't be next week. So it's on the 15th of October. It is you'll have to help me with the time because it's
10 Pacific.
10 Pacific, yeah. So it's like now, right? 10 Pacific, 6 o'clock UK, and that means it's 1 o'clock Eastern. I'm getting good at my American time zones. And to get a place, you need to go to www.simplifymarketinglive.com/Laurie.
Which is LAURIE.
Yeah, and we're going to put the link in below this video. You can see it. It's $47 to take part in the workshop. And as you said, as you quoted one of our mentors, people who pay attention. And I think the reason that it's good to invest, is that you're investing in yourself. You're investing, you're committing to that time. You're committing to the time and to get the outcome and the result from the workshop. So, and I mean, there's thousands of dollars worth of value in there. I mean, it would be unmeasurable, but it's like the $47 means that you're going to commit your time and your brain and everything to really being able to simplify the marketing process
And walk away with something.
and walk away with something.
Yeah.
Which is going to be super user, you can use in your business straight away, and just how you think about your business and how you think about your marketing. So go to www.simplifiedmarketinglive.com/Laurie with an IE on the end, LAURIE. Yeah.
Yeah, like yours, only.
Yeah, it's nearly my name, but not quite. And get your place. It's on the 15th of October, 10 o'clock Pacific, 1 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock UK, because that will be the time I'm there. And yeah, come and get rid of all that marketing overwhelm, marketing bro, blah, 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 all that stuff. We're going to just ditch it all and really put in place a plan and jump you forward so that you're starting from a really, really strong place, and you can walk away with that clarity and the sequence you need, which will stop you feeling so overwhelmed with everything.
We're going to reduce it to the ridiculous. And not only that, we're going to have so much fun.
We are going to have fun. Yeah. I always want to put fun on the top, but then I think maybe I should, there should be other deliverables, but it is going to be fun. And we're going to have a good time.
They always say in a good speech, you make someone laugh and cry. So you may cry a little, getting specific, but we're going to laugh and we're going to make it so that you have some clarity. And I think that's what I have struggled with so much, is just getting really clear on my message, and that I have something to offer the world. And I know you have something to offer.
And I've done all the talking, Laurie, but maybe you want to just expand on that, just like where you've been with trying to work this marketing thing out, just a bit more.
Yeah, I feel like a little bit like what you said about Carissa, because of the industry I'm in, radio, and that I've, jumped on board with the social media and I do all the things, but I don't necessarily get the results, because what we know is it's personal connection and it's relationship. And sometimes with social media, like there's even these gurus that I love and I follow. They don't know me, I don't know them, but I love them. But this way we get to actually talk to the person teaching. We actually, when we first met our coach, Eileen, she stayed on a call and she talked to me individually. And that probably wouldn't happen today because she's so famous, but that's the difference. So when you come to the workshop, we get to talk to you, we get to troubleshoot with you, we get to honor you and your vision. And that's what's really important, because when people feel seen and heard, when our clients feel seen and heard, they're going to get the results. And that's what we want. We don't want to just sell our product. We want people to get the results that they want. We're in it to support people, not just to sell our thing.
I mean, I think it's such a, I mean, I always say that it's 2 hours and we will get through everything in the 2 hours. I honor people's time, but I always like to, I'm kind of in it because for me, I just don't want people, I've been there and I hate that horrible feeling of, I'm there, I'll answer your questions. You can, I want everybody who comes to the workshop to really get it, understand the power of it, and walk away with something they can action. And I'll be there answering questions till there aren't any more questions, because I think, like, for me, I hate the idea and sort of getting a little deeper than just the marketing. I hate the idea of people getting stuck. I think it's because I've been so stuck in my life in various different places, but I guess it's my kind of skill is that I can see where they're stuck and I can help them move on quickly, because I hate the idea that people don't get out there with all their stuff that is valuable and they're just getting stuck with things that they don't even need to be getting stuck with, right? And I think it's I guess as you say, it's not about selling. It's about a way of helping people go out and do what they really love doing, and that normally is why people set up businesses, isn't it? To go and help people to earn money, of course, to build wealth, of course, but really, there is some passion behind it, and especially as you get older and you want to leave your legacy, in your words. So we're in it with you 100%, and we'll be there and make sure that everyone gets what they need from it, and it's going to be fun. It will be fun.
It is. So click the link below and come hang out with us.
Come hang
on
out.
Tuesday
Yeah,
the
that's probably
15th.
the line. Come hang out with me and Laurie. Laurie's going to be speaking as well. Go to www.simplifiedmarketinglive.com/Laurie. It's on the 15th, and can't wait to see you there. Can't wait to hear about your business and what you're doing, and also the process that we're going to go through. You're going to come out with that clarity, the sequence that you need, and just be able to move faster and do the things that you really love. So see you.
Laura, thank you. Thank you so much. I am so excited.
Me too. And I'll see you next week.